Hey, what is going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm so happy to be back in front of the camera. Just want to hop on here real quick with a message. Just want to chat with you just for a second. So this kind of came to my mind. I was kind of thinking about it myself. I was looking back at my own journey in Christ, and I know it's such a important topic, and I know a lot of you, no matter where you are in your journey in Christ, I know that this is a very, very important topic. So, how do we hear from God? How do we hear His voice? How did He speak to us? We know how we talk to Him through prayer. Typically it's through prayer, but how in the world do we hear His voice? So, I'm just going to discuss really quickly a couple of different ways. So, number one, for a lot of people, it's going to be through dreams. You will get these dreams. A lot of people say, well, I don't remember my dreams. So sometimes it happens to me too, but typically these dreams are different because they're going to be very vivid, very colorful, very magical, and you are going to remember those dreams. And when you wake up, you're going to have full clarity. All right. So those dreams are much different. You will actually hear His voice very clearly because you're asleep. When we're sleeping, we're closest to God when we're asleep anyway. So it's so much easier to hear his sweet, gentle voice. So dreams, definitely. Another way that you hear His voice usually is through sudden thoughts. So you have a sudden thought come to your mind, come to your spirit. It's like a little epiphany that you're having, and it's different from your thoughts because you will realize, like, okay, where did that come from? And you're like, I know that didn't come from me. It's just so different. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when it happens. It seems like it comes from literally thin air. So so it's completely different from just like your existing thoughts and maybe racing thoughts or things like that are usually distracting. This thought will give you peace, it'll give you clarity, it'll calm you down, and it'll just kind of come out of nowhere. So definitely be paying attention. The last way I want to talk about is usually He'll talk to you through other people. So this can be family, it can be friends, co-workers, a boss, it can be a spouse, it can even be a sermon. So it can be a pastor preaching a sermon. I've had that happen like multiple times where I'm listening to a sermon, I'm in church or online watching a sermon, and something I've been praying for or even worried about that I hadn't even prayed for yet. And all of a sudden, whatever the pastor's speaking about, I feel like, oh my God, it's pertaining to me. It's resonating. It starts to resonate automatically with me because the pastor is speaking on the exact concern that I was worried about or that I was praying about. So definitely that is a big one as well. It can also be confirmed through your answer from God can also be confirmed through or come through your own family, your friends, and it'll usually it'll speak right to you, to your concern, whatever concern that you had, whatever thing that was bothering you or pressuring you, it'll definitely speak to that directly. So you'll know. You will know. So those are the three different ways that God will typically speak to you. Now, are there other ways? Of course, God is infinite. He is not in a box. He's unlimited. So He has many different ways. And typically He speaks to you based on your personal personality, your individual personality. So, it may be a certain specific way that He speaks to you that may be different than the ones I listed, or a combination of all three, or just a few, or just one. So, just kind of be on the lookout for that. But the important thing to take away is just to be open spiritually and mentally to how He may speak to you. So just make sure you're open to that. You can even ask Him to show you how He speaks to you or send you a sign along with the answer to your question or concern or prayer if you're unsure about how He's speaking to you. But when God speaks to you, he always is going to make it clear that he is speaking to you, and you'll know for sure. All right. I hope that helps. Hope that clears things up. I have fun spending time with you in this brief few moments that we've had. And I hope you got something out of this. Definitely share this video. Share it, of course, to someone who definitely needs to hear it. And I will see you guys later. Happy Sunday. Have a great week. Bye.